Welcome everybody to another episode of Uneducated MMA. I'm your host with the most, Wander Red. And we're back again with another great episode.
Back
Joining
at it.
me is the BMF champion of the world, REG. And back from saving the city and saving the people,
Let's
this
go.
Justin.
Do it for y'all. Let's do it for y'all. So y'all can sleep at night.
So
That was fantastic.
Hov did that. So hopefully you have to go through that.
Yeah. Bars.
Yeah, right?
You guys don't know the atrocities and sins this man had to go through to make sure he
Man.
slept safe at night.
Feels good.
It's dark, man.
Yeah.
Pour one out for the road.
Yeah.
Right all over the wires.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to you,
Cheers,
Justin,
man.
though. Shout out to you for making sure that people can sleep safe at night, making sure these kids go to school and whatnot. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man. It's hard work, but someone got to do it.
Someone got to do it. Not all
Hate if
heroes.
someone else did it. Shit, I might as well do it. No, it's good to be here, man. It's good to be back, man. Cheers,
yeah.
man.
Cheers.
Let's get it. Yo, is this going to be the last fight of the year? Well, I know we have another one, but
We have
last...
one more. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be a very special episode. They're all special to me and to you. But this one's going to be very special as this is the final preview of a pay-per-view in 2025 and
Yes.
possibly the final preview of a pay-per-view for the UFC ever. Ladies and gentlemen, 2026, we're going into the premium live events model going into Paramount Plus. So
Hopefully, it's a lot smoother, and it's not that hard to be a lot smoother.
I might
I
don't
know.
know.
I think there's no way that they don't improve.
Yeah.
The bar can only go up.
Yeah, straight up.
Like I think it can only this is horrible.
Yeah.
I say it. I think almost every episode. I think I put like 4 or 5 different clips out there at this point where I'm just like ESPN Plus, man.
Yeah, right.
Get it out of here.
I've honestly given up on Ultimate Fighter because of it.
As well as you should.
Yeah.
Have.
I was like, you know what? Let's see how Paramount does.
Yeah.
It's just like every day I go on there to either go watch a recap of a fight or I want to just go see some highlights or even I want to catch an Ultimate Fighter or a Contender Series thing. It's like a 45-minute headache before I can kind of get it to work. Like
Just scrolling like
anything live. Anything live, I'm like 7 minutes behind. What does that even mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'll pull it up either on my phone, a tablet, or it'll be on the TV, and they're all on different times. None of them are actually
It's
live.
like, bro, you're ESPN. You're supposed to be the source.
Yeah, all right.
Like,
It's like, where are they streaming from?
yeah.
facts, bro.
Using some illegal shit too.
Yeah.
Imagine they have the link, bro.
Yeah.
Brother, we have a Russian link.
Yeah.
I believe
Shout out to
it.
that time Khabib even was like, we have a link. Why are you paying for fights?
Yeah.
It's like, yo, your own fighters are out here using these links, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
You got to get it right.
Dark web.
Yeah.
Bro,
Brother.
He seems like a dark web user for sure.
Dude, I mean, you got to have some sort of connect when you're up there in the mountains, you know what I'm saying? You don't get the regular channels you do over here, you know what I'm saying? In Dagestan, that might be a little different. You might have to.
I've had the
resort.
Dagestani package.
You've had the Dagestani Roku. You plug in.
Yeah, all the channels, all the languages.
channels, like, bro, they
Probably the best one I've used.
Better than
honestly,
ESPN.
Anything is better than ESPN. I'm hoping this Paramount Plus deal is like a godsend. I know you've brought it up before, and other people have told me the same thing too.
Bro.
That it's not necessarily the best, but I'm like anything has got to be.
I
better.
just can't trust I don't know, my TV. It's a smart TV, but it ain't like top of the top
Okay.
smart TV. So I'm not sure how it works in other people's TVs.
Mm-hmm.
But out of all the apps that I do have, all of them are fine,
Okay.
except ESPN and Paramount
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
Paramount is a little extra loading, a little extra like, where is the? I can't even see where the marker is. Where you're like,
Yep. Where am I
Yeah.
at?
yeah,
on the
where
screen?
am I on the
Yeah.
screen? Oh, okay, it's a slightly highlighted picture.
Yeah, it's making it like not a smart TV.
That's a headache and a
Yeah,
half
yeah.
right there to have to deal with.
It's not
I
a
don't
smart
wanna
It is,
deal
bro.
with any of that.
Finding like my thing is like when you go to continue watching.
Yeah.
Why isn't it the first thing you see?
They don't want you to. They don't want you to continue watching that.
It's like, why do I
watch
got
That's
something
my
else.
exact point. And I think we had this exact same argument the other day, but I just got heated again.
I know,
bro.
right?
Like, it makes no sense. If I was just watching this, where's my continue to watch? Why isn't that?
Yeah.
I don't. Listen, I understand. You want to feed me whatever BS at the beginning, so you want to give me some featured content. Totally cool with that.
Yeah.
But my first 3 scrolls, one of them better be continue watching.
Yeah.
Or else
Yeah,
I'm
bro.
logging off the app.
That's just so annoying. And then you really, if you don't even, if you can't even find it, it's like, which episode was that last on?
Yeah.
Then you got to start an episode. You realize, oh damn, I already watched this one. Then you got to go back, but the shit's loading so slowly that you're just frustrated at this point.
It's gotta be better. It's gotta be
My
better.
Wi-Fi good too. I can't even. Everything else is perfect.
No, it's the app. It's trash.
Yeah, it's definitely the app.
Yeah. This podcast is not sponsored by ESPN
It's just
Plus.
a weird mix. Paramount.
You can tell.
I know. I like that it's the new, like earlier time.
Yep.
The
9
main
p.m.
event.
9 p.m. Eastern Standard
1
Time.
Makes a
hour.
difference.
That makes
Yeah.
a huge
Huge
difference.
difference. We're gonna need that.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like 1 a.m. finish time versus a 12. That's a much different mindset.
That's a
Yeah.
big difference.
That's a big
Yeah.
difference.
That's a better night.
Yeah.
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 For sure.
And then also like that means everything else starts a little earlier too. So
Yeah.
I feel like you get to start the day off a little earlier watching fights. It's a good day for me. We always talk about it whenever they have like a London card or an Abu Dhabi card, them fights that start at like 10 a.m.
Oh, those are my
prelim,
favorite.
Yeah.
main card starts at like 12, 1 like p.m.
Yeah.
Those are beautiful. I know
Yeah.
we're not maybe going to get a whole lot of those, but anything that starts a little earlier helps us out, man. I can't be up until 1 a.m., 2 a.m. watching these fights. As much as I love them, it's like I'm at a certain point, I'm sitting on the couch like, bro, my eyes, I can't keep them open. Like, what's going on? So I'm happy that they're making some changes. And this new era, who knows, man?
New era. It's just weird to me that a streaming service that's just mainly like Nickelodeon stuff. I've noticed it was Nickelodeon stuff and Transformers ass stuff.
So I think that
Ninja Turtles.
that's a base, and then they go from there. Because it's
I
like
don't
it's
know,
like
Paramount's like.
they gotta get some people to go on there first, and then from there they can kind of grow. Like look, HBO had a whole Cartoon Network section for a long time. They were like, they recently it went away, but for the longest time they were like, we're gonna get you with the Cartoon Network specials, but then we're also gonna hit you with the Adult Swim because it's technically a part of Cartoon Network as well, and it was its own branch.
Just
of
got,
HBO.
then they added South Park, and it's not. Then UFC makes it a little bit, but it was more.
Don't they have like football on there though?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They have
and I think
sports
and
there.
a couple. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I feel like
they
they're
have
just
live channels.
so they're
Yeah.
just getting their I'm gonna say like their sports section a little bit like
For
expanded
sure.
right now.
Their movie section, I don't think it shows and stuff. They're not that crazy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Netflix has 800 million movies, and people watch like 4 of them.
I feel
Yeah.
it. I feel it.
So
I think
many options
Netflix
now.
might be
Way too many
might be a better app.
They're doing, I think, more so like. Well, I guess they have the WWE on
think-
there. Is that weekly?
Bro, I watched it yesterday for the first time in a long time.
Did you know anybody?
I did, but I didn't like it.
Okay.
It wasn't an episode that I liked.
Are you willing to try again and give it another shot?
I'm gonna
next
give it a
week?
try. I'm gonna actually try SmackDown this time. See
Okay.
what the difference. It's on.
Is that still on
Peacock.
Fridays?
Fridays on Peacock?
Okay.
I don't know, man. I can't get back into wrestling.
Tough, honestly.
I can't. get
Sometimes
back
you
into
just gotta you just tap in real quick, like see what. Then you don't watch it for another year.
It's to me now. I look at wrestling like a novela. I'm just like,
That's the point. Once they peeled that curtain back, that's what it turned into. I think that's what lost people in.
From
It
South
is
Park.
wrestling.
It's
I
just
can't-
like I guess like
Get your jab.
now that you know what it is, it's like the art of it, kind of like a Rey Mysterio doing his little rope shit, something like that. But at the same
like a
time,
circus show.
Yeah, honestly,
Shout
like,
out to Do Portugal. Everybody go check out Do Portugal. I went to the circus the other day. It was fire.
shout out to the circus.
Yeah. Make sure you tag me and them. They're not gonna do that. Everyone watching right now just ignored what I said and they just continue listening to whatever is happening right now.
So wait, what did he say? Portugal?
Doing something about Portugal. I think that's
circus.
the case. I think a lot of people go for like the flair and all that kind of stuff. But I think the storyline kind of locks people in, which kind of leads me into let's get right back into this UFC talk. Part of that also is what we're seeing when it comes to this, though. That is what gets people locked in. With the UFC, some of the big topics that we're going to go over today, and this might just start the whole thing, is the fact that like people are kind of seeing the WWE side of the UFC. What I mean by that is like, so we got some big announcements recently. We got a lot of big fights that got announced. One of the biggest ones is going to be Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim title.
Yep.
Now, this in the lightweight division made a lot of noise, but also in the fan universe as well, a lot of people are upset because There's rankings for a reason.
Yeah.
Your boy, once again, Arman Tsarukyan.
Skip.
What's going on with that?
Like, I
It's
don't
about
know.
filling seats. You need both, bro. You need
Bro, but
both.
Tsarukyan is just like levels above these guys.
Totally get that. No one cares.
Yeah, nobody cares.
No one cares.
I love Justin Gaethje, but I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him as champion. I want him to like kind of phase out.
Nah,
I was
I
having
like
this-
Gaethje, bro.
I do.
I want him to go out as a champ
Like
with a
him,
bang.
he should be with the Dustins. You know what I'm
So
saying?
here's what I'll say about that. I like Justin Gaethje. I think he's an exciting fighter, but I'm not gonna lie. When he started talking like, "Yo, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna quit if I don't get this title shot," I was like, "Okay." Like I really didn't. It didn't really hit me as hard as I think he was expecting the fans to care that much. I think everybody was like, "Thank you for your time." I think everyone was perfectly okay with him going. Hear me out.
He's like, you guys didn't hear me. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah.
He's like, all right.
I think he should have bowed out and then immediately became a PFL champion. I think that would have been the move because you can make some serious bread over at the PFL. It may not be. I don't know their business model all that well, so I don't know if that's necessarily the right way to do it. But I will tell you right now, it seems like their top fighters are making a lot of bread. He's already made a good enough name with the UFC. I think any organization would have taken him. And this isn't like the type of PFL send off that some other fighters get, where it's like you lost 4 in a row in the UFC, but get to going. It's like, nah, Justin, you just like. I just don't think people care as much for him. I think I'm not gonna lie that Max Holloway KO was like the final bookend where we were like, okay, I'm set. Big fans will be excited to see him fight. Like I'm still gonna watch this fight. I'm excited to see him, but like I think that would have been a good move at this point.
I think Tsarukyan's getting played like crazy out here.
He's definitely got
after that last performance.
He didn't play ball, man. I think that's what it is. He didn't play ball, and Dana White is like, you gonna pay for that one.
Sure, but what about my last performance, Dana?
I know, right? Because he did show out. He did go out and impressively he beat Dan Hooker.
Yeah, like it's a good win.
I think it was worthwhile. I think it was a good enough win to get him a title shot. I think at that point he was already considered the number 1 contender people wanted to see.
Especially because he just had a title shot. Like, how do you not give it back to him at least at some point?
Oh.
He didn't. It's been a little bit since that happened.
Like I told you, man, he upset Dana, and this is what happens.
Well, we'll see.
But I got hurt, Dana.
We'll see. Like if Topuria isn't coming back for a while, then whoever wins between Patty and Gaethje might have to fight him.
Whoever wins between Patty or Gaethje, I feel like are getting knocked out off of like fresh divorce.
So
Ilya.
I feel like Patty's on a rise.
I'm intrigued to see.
He ain't there though.
That brings up a good point with the whole divorce thing. Do we think that Ilya is going to be all the way out into the White House, or do you think that he'll be able to fight beforehand? Because we might low-key have a situation where
He said first quarter, so
okay, so then he should be back a little sooner than that. Because then you might be right on the whole. They're like getting signed up to get knocked out by Ilya. Because the other thing that I was thinking of is like, okay, what if they get the interim belt there, and we already had a situation with like a Tom Aspinall defending his belt, his interim belt, where you can have a Justin Gaethje or a Paddy Pimblett, whoever ends up being the champion, fighting Arman Tsarukyan to be a title defense. I have to use the air quotes because I don't know what you would call it if you're the interim champ.
Yeah,
and then whoever winner is that first
Just
round.
the fact that like Ilya Topuria had to vacate the belt, and it's only been like 6 months.
I think you at this point
Since
you
he won the belt. It's not like
I think you got to put a timestamp on that. I think you really got to put like you have to defend it within a certain amount of time.
if not, it's going to be John Jones all over again.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I think it's
How
also
long
kind of smart. Depending on how the situation is getting played out, how much money is she getting if she's getting anything? Do you want another title defense right before all this? Do you want another huge paycheck right before all that?
That boy is thinking.
Maybe you don't. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I don't know what the situation
Send that
is.
to the Swiss bank account.
But yeah,
for real.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he necessarily wants to get another big check that could be up for
check
up
at
for
the
grabs.
White House.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he's like, let's get out of this out of the way, and then we'll come right back after, and we'll just kind of keep it moving. That might be the smarter play, if you ask me.
What if he goes back down?
He could.
Wins that belt back.
Oh.
Good. That one's another interesting one that we're talking about WWE being in the UFC. We're just talking about popularity. Listen, I'm the #1 fan and supporter of Diego Lopez. I don't think he deserves that title shot that he just got against Volkanovski. I don't think that's
the rematch that they're doing.
that's the second. It's gonna be the second pay per view of the next
think
year.
So either.
I don't. After the
We
first
don't want
fight,
to see that.
nobody does, man. I think.
I was kind of like, what?
I think what's going on is that they needed big names off the top to make sure that like people are tuning in to watch these fights.
Yeah.
I'm a little weird with it because I don't know if it's necessarily like, not that it won't be a good fight, but we did see the first one. It was pretty dominant on Volkanovski's side. For me, it's one of those things of like, do you want big names to get the people that are, in my opinion, already watching to watch, or do you want to just have the best fights so the newcomers that do watch, they stick around? You know, not saying that these won't be great fights, but if we've already seen a dominant performance by Volk, do we want to see potentially it happen again? And it's not as exciting.
Volk versus Diego, but under Paramount. Like,
run another check, and then that's another one that I'm intrigued to see. And we'll talk about that fight the sooner we get to it. But there's rumors that might be Volk's retirement fight.
That's what I'm hearing, man.
That's the rumors around the Twitterverse.
But who else if not Diego? Actually, it could be a hope.
Lerone Murphy after that spinning elbow KO. Against Aaron Pico. What? Yeah, him. What? Him.
I know. What is this?
There's a lot of people getting leapfrogged for title shots because it was him, Movsar Evloev, who I think is still undefeated. I think him also could have gotten a title shot, and there's a couple more people that I feel like you could have made arguments for that could have gotten belts, but we're kind of like, you have to wait it out right now. Yeah. It's like it's kind of the same situation that like welterweight is in right now, where you have like 3 people that are kind of in line for a title shot, and we're just kind of waiting to see who the UFC picks. Like
there's a whole
Ian Gary,
5 different
Michael
people,
Morales,
and then
Carlos
they were like,
Pratos.
you know what? Nah, Kamaru Usman.
Yeah. That's what you're like. What?
What about the other 6 motherfuckers ahead of him?
Yeah.
Rankings apparently don't matter in 2026, and honestly, I don't know if I necessarily care all that much, depending on the matchup, and I know that that's like not fair to say, but a part of me kind of feels
it's
that
like
way.
I want them to follow the rankings, but like,
I just want to see the best fights.
yeah, I feel it.
But here's the thing: what do you mean by that? Like, are you talking the best fights by the best fighters, or the people you like the most? Because that's some people might think that they're kind of the same thing. You know?
Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from with that. I just want to see the most entertaining fights, knockouts. That's why I understand you have to entertain and also be good at the sport. You can't just be good at one. It has to be a combination of both.
At this point, if I was a UFC fighter, once I started getting into some money, I would definitely be like, let me go train with these WWE guys just for the mic skills. I just need to go figure out the gift of the gab and just kind of go from there.
That's important.
If you listen, like Lerone Murphy again, already high ranked, I believe was also undefeated, and just won via a spinning elbow knockout that is a contender for knockout of the year.
Yeah.
Doesn't get a title shot.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm saying his name, and I can guarantee there's a bunch of people that are watching that are just like, who is Lerone Murphy?
Yeah.
And they got to look him up and like, oh, yeah, I definitely saw him fight. And then maybe they'll see the highlight that happened a few months ago with the spinning elbow, and they'll be like, I do remember that. Yeah. But other than that, his name doesn't click for a lot of people. So it makes it difficult for you to make a case.
Yeah, to fill in seats,
bro.
Imagine if it was only by ranking, how many like bad fights we would have to.
It'd be a lot of hugging. Because I was listening to a pod earlier where they made a very solid point where they were like, listen, it works in both ways, both in your favor and against it, because Alex Pereira was also kind of like shuffled along the way to get a title shot against Izzy. And they made sure that he was like striker and striker and striker. They were like, no grapplers. We know exactly what will happen. We don't need this happening. Yeah. And they made it a nice little easy road for him to get there. And I think that's the case where it's like for some people, they get that nice route where you are enjoying the ride. And then there's some people where it's like, all right, I don't want to watch this at all. I don't want to have to deal with this. Yeah. So if they were to go over the rankings, you might fall into that issue where you're having like 6 fights in a row that you're like, this is so mid. I don't want to watch this anymore.
Like, damn, the superstar that I thought was about to be a GOAT just gets killed by nobody.
But then at the same time,
someone that you don't even know like that. But
you get Merabs though. Like, I think everybody at this table likes Merab. They find him entertaining. Yeah. They kind of get exciting when he fights.
I know Merab.
But then you watch the. What are you?
I feel like I know him.
You don't know Merab.
He just seems so familiar. You know what I'm saying? Like
Salem got 4 Merabs.
Yeah, working at like a pizza shop or something. You feel me?
Tony Lena's.
Yeah. Like a sub shop
in the back.
He's just the owner. Like, hey.
That's so funny. Yeah, I feel like it's weird, man, because you get like you can have charisma and character and personality, and then people will tune in to watch, but you can still have the performances like that where it's like decision win, nothing crazy. But if you don't have that character, nobody cares. No one's buying merch, no one's showing up.
Good crazy.
Low-key people might get up and walk out before your fight. I've seen that happen plenty of times. Like, I don't know.
Time to grab some food.
Time to grab some food and get up out of here. All right, let's get into this card.
Let's do it.
So, like I said, this is going to be the final pay-per-view of the year 2025 and possibly the final pay-per-view for ever or a long time. I don't really know how exactly this whole contract thing is going to go with Paramount. If, like, who knows, maybe in, like, 7 years we rewatch this and it's like they decided to keep it going or they decided to change the model entirely. Who knows? But UFC 323, ladies and gentlemen. Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan 2.
Merab got that.
I know Piotr.
You know Petr as well?
I do, yeah.
Yeah, also works at Tony Lena's in the
Nah.
back.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
It's crazy. We call him Peter, though.
Shoot. So this card is.
I just know it's spelled that way.
I feel like for a long time I just called him Petr Yan.
Like
but
his friends from the same country say it that way.
say Peter,
No.
Piotr,
Yeah.
Piotr,
We'll be like, yo, Peter.
Peter.
Yeah.
There's no letter in between the T and the R. And you're like, that'll sit right
yeah,
with me.
yeah.
Peter now.
Yeah, you're Peter now.
Man.
The states are Peter.
We got Merab Dvalishvili versus Petr Yan, Alexandre Pantoja versus Joshua Van, Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira, Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot, and Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. Honestly, solid card.
Solid card.
Solid card. I feel like
Great card.
Name value, we got names. Fight quality, I think it's all there. I feel like for the most part, this is going to be
Get your
a
popcorn.
good night of fights.
Yeah.
Now, history does speak for itself, and we've seen a couple of these styles of matchups, or at least one of these matchups we've already seen. So it might also go the other way, and it might be kind of mid, but I don't know. I'm going to go with like
But there's some exciting fighters on that
70%.
Yeah.
Should be good. Should be
Yeah,
good.
right.
All right, let's start off with the top. Let's start off with Merab Dvalishvili versus Peter
Yeah,
and
Merab-
Petr
Merab-
Yan.
Merab.
Yeah.
This is gonna be the second time these guys met. The first time Merab just kind of, he was just too much for Peter. I don't even know anymore.
it's all
For Yan, I'm just gonna go with Yan.
Yeah.
He was too much for Yan. It literally was the thing of like the machine just kept coming. Like pause. I don't even know if I should say that anymore. You know what's weird? Melvin's not sitting behind the camera. Shout out Melvin. He's doing a whole lot of good stuff today. He's moving and whatnot. Who knows? So we got Gabe filling in the seats. I'm so used to like me saying anything that Melvin just pops up and just like pause.
Yeah.
What are you saying? It's crazy.
Like, whoa.
So I just had to I just had a moment of like. I took a moment to wait for him to say it, and nothing happened. I was like, okay, I guess I can keep going.
Yeah.
But it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
But this, so you have the rematch now. Where the first time we watched it was a thing of like we were able to see Yan actually stuff some of the takedowns. He was doing a decent enough job, but boy, Merab is just relentless. with that stuff.
Man.
Yeah.
And it is 25 minutes of you need to be on your A game, or he's just gonna sweep you every time. You're gonna
Endless
get knocked.
energy, bro.
Endless. It doesn't make any sense where it comes. You know, it's funny. His
Relentless.
last fight, apparently, as coaches were saying that like beforehand, he had went through a 5-round like fight simulation, full blast, full speed, because he had so much energy
Hey.
the day before the fight.
Damn.
What are we talking about?
I heard it was earlier that day.
That's nuts.
I heard it was earlier in the
that
day.
man is a crazy
Like,
person.
I thought it was 10
Yeah,
hours
right.
in a day. 10 rounds in a day. That's crazy.
Merab is going to defeat Merab. I think that's what we're going to see. Merab is going to defeat Merab. I
Like
don't
he's
want
gonna
to.
get freaking something like a
I don't want to. I want to.
farming accident.
That's what I was gonna say. I didn't want to like put it out in the ether out there, but like I think it's gonna be that thing where it's like he's just gonna be doing too much and it's gonna bite him in the ass. Like I don't know, man. Like it's impressive to watch because you are like in awe that this man has so much energy and he's able to do so much, and the fact that he's like takedown after takedown after takedown in the cardio is just crazy. But at the same time, then you hear him doing some dumb shit like that. You're like, Merab, maybe you shouldn't be doing 5 rounds before your 5 rounds.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I think that might be and the same day is nuts.
That's just nuts.
I thought it was the day before. That's crazy if it's the same day. That buddy got energy
Bro,
for days.
nothing is stopping Merab. That man will jump into just a straight ice lake.
Yeah.
Like nothing.
See, dumb stuff like that is what's
Yeah.
going to stop Merab
Yeah.
from being the greatest of all time.
That didn't stop him.
Not being able to find the hole. He's
Nah.
like grounds underwater.
Nah,
my
he'll
God.
punch through, bro.
That's bad funny.
Yeah, he'll be there for like 20 minutes nonstop.
Punches through the ice.
Merab, he definitely seems like the kind of person that he's like, no, I can also hold my breath for 45 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you talking about, bro? He's like, that's
No,
part
for
of
real,
training.
though.
That's part of training
Yeah.
camp. It's like, what are you saying right now?
Navy SEAL.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he. I think he's got this one. I don't think that this is going to be anything too crazy. I do think that Petr Yan is going to obviously improve from the last fight, so I think he's going to have some answers to some of the things that Merab was throwing at him last time. Maybe instead of stuffing 12 takedowns, he stuffs now 20. You know, but Merab's still gonna have 78 of them for him.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, I
just
don't
don't see Merab ever losing again.
If he stays in this weight class, no.
No, and I think he will. I don't think that he has intentions of moving up, even though the weight cut looks like it kills him, bro. There's this clip that keeps going around. I don't know if I sent it to you guys or not, but it's literally him. He's smelling a slice of pizza and then biting cucumber because he can't eat the pizza.
So
no.
sad.
I never want to do that. I never want to be in a situation where I gotta get the smell, man. I just need the scent of the pizza. What do I look like? That's insane. Yeah, literally. You lick the cheese. You're like, I just need a little bit, man. Like, nah, that's a level of like starvation. Exactly. For a calzone. Like that.
Same thing with Patty. He would say after fights, he'll eat like a whole like pizza box.
That's crazy. I feel like that's like.
That's an eating disorder.
You gotta have a level of hunger.
That's what I would do.
Because imagine you're starving yourself for like a week straight, and then that first like real meal is an entire pizza. I feel like that wraps you up right there.
Yeah.
Like you are done.
Yeah.
But he probably has 2 and then a burger. I don't know. Patty's an interesting case. I think he's slowing down on the whole like ballooning up. I think he still has that like eating or like a good amount after the fight, but I think he's kind of like
always crazy.
Tries to maintain.
Yeah, I think he's bigger than Gaethje. Like, you know, I think
physically, I think he is.
Yeah, I think he'll outpower him.
I think so. I think I see that fight going. I know we just like pivot, but I think I see. But I know. Let's get into it. I think I see that fight at least right now. I see Patty by submission. That's what I said. I wouldn't
be surprised either.
One of my buddies hit me up. He was like, "Yo, did you see that they announced this fight?" And he was just like, how do you think it goes?" And I was like, honestly, Patty by 2-3 years Dagestan is exactly what I said, because I think he's just going to wrestle him. I think that's what it's going to be. I've listened to plenty of people talk about Justin Gaethje's like great wrestling career and his great wrestling acumen. I've only ever seen Justin Gaethje thug it out.
Yeah, he got hands.
He is never, I feel like, shot a takedown
I wrestled
in his
when
life.
I was young. I'm all set.
Yeah, he's like, I'm all the way set, bro. But that's what makes him so exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be one where, like, Patty knows that if he keeps that on the feet. I mean, Patty has, like, good power, but I think most of his strength and fight IQ comes from grappling. I think it's going to be, let me get him down to the ground and let me do him like I did Michael Chandler. Let me get him with these elbows and get him out of here. Other than that, I'm worried if he tries to stay on the feet, it'll end very poorly. With the Merab, I think something like that also could be the case, where if he finds himself in a situation against a fighter that has, like, a lot of power in their hands, which I don't know if there's anybody in that weight class right now that has whoa, knockout power. Yeah. Maybe he gets ego and starts to fight like on the feet and he gets clipped. I could see that being the way Merab gets out. Other than that, I don't see anybody that has a
someone got to like catch him with a freaking crazy punch.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if finally takes him.
When we were breaking down him versus Corey Sandhagen, that was part of it. For me, that I thought was going to maybe be it. Like, Corey's tricky, man. Merab shoots flying knee, boom, Merab done. Like, that's where I was like, if Corey has a way, that'll be the way. Corey got finesse, so I just really don't see anybody having an answer for it. And even the whole, like, oh, maybe they'll clip him. I don't know, man. I feel like I haven't even seen that man. Like, I've only seen a clip of him, like, when he was a lot younger, like, early on in his career, he got, like, wobbled. But I feel like I've never actually seen him get, like,
really
starched
hurt.
Or really hurt in any fight in the last, like, 3 years. So, I don't know, man. That dude, like you said, like, I don't know anybody going to beat Merab. Like, he's on something else, man. He's on a different wavelength and a different, like, category than a lot of the guys in this weight class. But again, I don't think it's enough for him to move up. It's like we saw recently with Wei Lee. I think we all were like, Wei Lee, that is a force of nature. Moved up. Valentina had every answer.
We straight up men up here. Go back down.
Go back down. That's crazy.
No test needed.
Yeah.
Bro, she really did get finesse, though. That was a different level that I was not expecting.
I didn't expect that at all.
Nah. But, but I feel like with this, I think that I think we're just going to see a repeat of what we saw last time. I feel like for me, it's hard for me to bet against Merab. It's hard for me to like announce to the world a pick of mine that is against him, because I haven't seen anybody that can show me it.
I'm curious if you don't have it open.
What do you need? What do you need?
No, I was just curious what the odds are for that fight.
Oh, I got you right now. What do you think they are? If you had to guess.
I think like minus 500.
Damn.
Merab.
But they've all, like,
I used to like not like believe in him at first when I started getting into the UFC again.
Yep.
And like he has proven me wrong over and over and over.
What do you think it is, Justin? What do you think the odds are?
That's a pretty close guess, but I'll say like -3.
Okay. Minus 485, bro. You were
485.
You were damn close,
Yeah,
but
that's a real gambler.
Yeah.
He knows the odds before the odds are odds.
bro,
I
Peter.
guess he might take a dive. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yo, it'd be nuts.
That'd be crazy.
The
But
only
Rob
way
out
he'll
here
come
get-
back and win the belt.
Petr Yan, or Petr Yan, Yan, that one. I
Pete.
feel like because I know it's Piotr, I feel like I can't say Peter, but I want to say Peter.
Oh, it's
Just stick with
Peter,
Jan.
bro. It's
Yeah.
America.
Piotr.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Like Pereira. Like
Pereira.
I can't say Pereira like how they be saying it.
Piotr.
It's crazy.
Mr. Yan is sitting at a smooth plus 370. I wouldn't even sprinkle a little on that.
Yeah.
Every now and then I'm like, it wouldn't hurt to put a little. Nah, I wouldn't even.
Like, nobody says my bad. But nobody says my name in Spanish to me. Like
Yeah.
like nobody changes.
Ariel.
Yeah.
You know who does?
Yeah.
You know who
Funny.
doesn't? I catch
Some
him
people
slipping.
do.
Ricky.
Oh yeah.
Ricky.
There's
Shout out
some
Ricky
people-
Tan's LLC.
Yeah, shout out
Ricky Tan's
Tan.
Kitchen LLC.
Yeah.
He every now and then I'll catch him. He'll be like Ariel, and I'm like,
Some people
Well,
do.
like, you say it like
Some
that.
people do, but like it's bad funny. Like that's the same thing with Petr Yan. It's like I get Petr Yan every day.
I get Petr Yan
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Nice, Petr Yan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said at a plus 370, Doug. I wouldn't even sprinkle 5 on that one. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's gonna be a situation where like he's gonna get like dog walked. I think it'll be him like really trying his best. But I think after round 3, we're gonna see the will broken in his face. I feel like that's when we're gonna see that moment where it's like,
It's like, damn, Rob hasn't even sat down in between rounds. You know how they sit
If-
down on the low bench? He's going to be standing up,
Yeah.
waiting, not tired. His body
Doing jumping
language.
jacks.
Yeah.
if Yan clips him and is the new champion on Saturday, though, we're gonna have an emergency podcast episode.
Yeah.
Of everyone just gonna. This is breaking news.
Breaking
like
news,
guys,
Peter.
Or wrong.
Peter.
Yeah.
Peter.
We'll see how Bruce Buffer says.
Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, emergency podcast is definitely gonna happen on Monday for sure. I just like
He's nice.
he's clean with it. He's a great striker. He has good wrestling.
Yeah.
He's overall like a very well balanced
Yeah,
fighter.
he's a solid fighter, but against Merab,
Most of the guys in his division, I think that he would handle. But in terms of like, bro, Merab at bantamweight, I just couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you a man that I've seen on that roster that I'm like, yup, he got it. Corey Sandhagen was the last hope. He was the last one where I was like, maybe. He does some weird stuff on the ground that you don't know. He might put him in a weird heel hook or something. Who knows?
Right.
He didn't do nothing to nobody. So I'm sorry. I just can't pick that one. All right, moving on. Next, co-main event, another title fight. Honestly, one of my favorites, and I feel like he slept on and needs a lot more respect than he deserves, or that he deserves. Not that he doesn't deserve. He does deserve it. Alexandre Pantoja. Another one. Would you say Alexandre or would you say Alexander?
Yeah, Alexander.
Okay. All right.
What is it? Alejandre?
Alexandre.
That's how you pronounce it in,
I think so.
Brazilian?
Alexandre?
Alejandre.
Are the X's?
What are X's? And I don't know.
Pantoja. Or
Yeah.
actually, fire nickname that I heard. Damn, what podcast was I
Is it
listening to?
Pantoja?
Morning Combat. Shout out Morning Combat. Check them out for MMA and boxing news and all kinds of stuff. One of the guys on there gave me a fantastic nickname that I haven't heard anybody else call him, and I think we should too. We should call him it. Ready? Pants.
Pants.
Just short for Pantoja. It's Pants.
Pants. Yo, shout out Pants.
Shout out Pants, bro. Tell me not.
Alexander Pants.
Just Pants,
Yeah.
bro. Shout out Pants. Anyway, so we got Pants versus Joshua Van. See,
It makes it so much easier.
Yeah, you just
Sometimes you have to modify these guys' names.
yeah,
Yeah,
just throwing
just
out
doing
Pants,
it,
bro.
man.
They know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Pants, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pants is sitting at a minus 230.
Yeah, right.
Minus 238. We got Joshua Van at a plus 185. Yo, shout out Joshua Van putting it on for Myanmar.
Yeah, right?
that is a story with Joshua Van that I'm like amazed by. This dude, first of all, very active this whole year. Very active in some of the best fights I've seen. Him versus Brandon Royval, a scrap.
Man.
That is like, well, we're going to have the award show, and I need you guys to rewatch the fight.
Yeah.
Maybe fight of the year.
Yeah.
Or at least a contender for it.
I'll tell you right now, that's probably my favorite fight.
That was a scrap. I don't know how many.
That's the only one that really had me like, holy
Yeah,
shit.
on the edge, yeah.
This is a real deal fight.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Let me see.
like straight up, like the volume was crazy.
This will be his 4th fight this year.
They was taking punches too. Like they was really like chin on point. Everything was just hands on point.
Bro, guess how many fights Van has had in the UFC total?
7.
I would go with 8.
You were a little closer. 9.
Win this time.
9 fights total in the UFC. Not a former champion like with a well-known name from another organization. He's had 9 fights in the UFC, has had a loss, and he's getting a title fight.
Yep.
Does that show he's really, really good, or this division is not very, very good?
That just shows that Pantoja has dominated everyone, and they have to find someone.
They have nobody for him.
They have no. Okay, let's try this guy that just had an amazing fight.
This is where we're at because
everybody else just got beat. Like, was Pantoja going to go through the whole division again?
Pretty much, because he's already beaten Brandon Moreno. He's already beaten Brandon Royval. There's 2 Brandon. Shout out them. There was Amir Albazi, but I'm pretty sure he just caught an L. Taturo Taira's on the come up, so maybe him. Manuel Cap was supposed to happen, but that kind of fell off. I feel like he's beaten most of the guys that there is to beat, and yeah, it's gonna get to the point where he's gonna be lapping the division. But he's another one that I don't see him moving up to challenge Merab.
Yeah,
as cool as that fight would be, and as much of like a super fight as it could be considered, I just don't see that one necessarily happening.
Yeah, because no one really wants to fight Merab.
Yeah,
Nobody does.
Yeah,
For what?
like that crazy guy.
Imagine going. If I'm Pantoja, you go up to fight Merab? Hell no.
Rob's like one of those people like you're about to fight and you see him crack a beer bottle on his own head. You're like, I ain't trying to fight that.
Yeah, he's different.
Yeah.
Pantoja here is pretty much like he's gotten most of them. The only person that I saw recently that has given him any sort of struggle, and I think we still get upset about, is Steve Erceg.
Oh yeah.
And when we literally, I remember screaming at the TV because it was like he had him and then he went for a takedown and we were like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Erceg was on a little run there.
He was, bro. He was piecing people up and he was doing good against Pantoja, and for whatever reason, something in his mind told him to shoot that takedown. And since then, his career's kind of been, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's fizzled out a little bit. But other than that, Pantoja's been handling business with everybody that he's fought. Brandon Moreno was the only guy that I was like, this dude is on a tear. Oh, my God. And then he walked into Pantoja, and I was like, who's this guy? And Pantoja just dog walked him. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, bet you won't say that again.
Yeah, no.
What if Van lights him up?
It's a possibility.
Dude,
with the way
lights him up.
With the,
snap!
He has a strong chin, bro.
If Pantoja ego. If Pantoja decides I'm gonna stand in there and I'm gonna strike and trade with this young dude, I think it might be a long or a short night for Pantoja if he decides to do that. There's a chance he gets clipped. Joshua Van hits very hard,
right?
And again, that Brandon Royval scrap, that boy can stand in the pocket. He does not care. Yeah. So like, I don't know, man. Like that might be the way you do it. You just pressure him. You keep him on his back foot and see how he responds to it. I feel like I've seen Pantoja in some pretty sticky situations, and you got to watch out for like the wrestling. I feel like the grappling ability is there. So if he feels like he's like cornered,
he seems like the type to really stick to game plan and get it done.
Yeah. And I think he's also the type of person that like fight IQ. If the game plan isn't working the exact way he needs it to, he can kind of adapt, and then we're gonna move forward somewhere else, and he'll still get the job done. The thing I'm worried about with him in the Joshua Van fight is gonna be, well, most of for Van is what I'm worried for him, is gonna be the grappling to submission route that I think is the easiest win route for Pantoja, which that's how I see this kind of happening. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. As much as I'm impressed by Joshua Van, I do side with Pantoja. Another guy that I just feel like I can't bet against him. He's proven me wrong against guys that I've picked against him that I thought were gonna necessarily be better than him, and he is like not just proven me wrong, but shut me up. Like he has like been like,
bro, but he's like, another one. I kind of just like,
there goes my parlay.
I'm him.
Yeah. He found the weight classes. The weight class is good. The training camps are good. I think his motivations are solid, and he's just there to like make his name a staple in that weight class. And I don't think he has a problem with repeat fights. Right. Keep them checks flowing. I'll beat up the same guy 4 times. I don't care.
Easy out,
bro. I think he's 3-0 against Brandon Moreno right now. Like
I think my top 3 favorites, Pantoja's in it.
Shut up, Pants, bro.
Shout out Pants, man.
Yeah.
Pants, Topuria, Sarukian. Those are my N-words.
Those are my N-words. Those are solid. Those are top 3. Damn. Waldo.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited for Waldo with Lewis, bro.
Off rip. Yo, that one, Shout out Ricky
Sheesh.
Tan's Kitchen LLC. Like 2 weeks ago, he was like, you know, it'd be a crazy fight, bro. Give Waldo Derek Lewis. That's gonna be a crazy fight. I'm like, I don't know if they do that, bro. I feel like Waldo. I know he's looking for somebody right now. I don't know if Derek Lewis is ready. And then like a week later, breaking news from Dana White. Bam, ready to go for January. I was like, bro. By the way, if he had
fire,
I'm happy with this. I'm happy with him fighting in January, and I like the match, but. I do think it would have been insane if they had booked him because they were looking to book him on 23. UFC 2. This card,
that would have been
they
nuts.
would have just thrown him randomly on like the prelims or something like that, and he would have fought 6 times in 1 year.
Yeah.
I don't know if that necessarily would have been the best move, but
Bro.
you know, it would have been impressive.
You got to feed them 9 kids,
Yeah,
bro.
no contract.
9 kids, bro.
And counting.
9 kids. Like everybody at this table has kids in DR that we do not take care of, but 9 is crazy, man. Like that's insane.
That is crazy.
When he said that, I was like, bro, this is my grandparents had 9 kids.
Yeah, that was that.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Every other generation below that, they definitely lowered the amount by a lot.
Hey man, times are
And
rough
I feel
right
like
now.
then even after that, everyone else lowered it by a lot.
Bro, you don't really see 3 is like the cutoff usually.
Yeah,
these days.
I feel like even then, that's a rare thing to see. Like young parents with 3 kids. I don't know if you see that often. I feel
Not
like
too often.
Two with an age
Seen it
gap.
right here.
Tuesday.
You see it right here. Them kids in DR, nobody checks in on them no more, bro. It's real sad.
Yeah.
That's not no son.
They got new shoes for school.
I'm about to make a box.
Yeah, how to make a box. The blue shipping container. You know what I'm saying? You gotta send that out. Shout out DR, bro.
Yeah,
Yo, from that interview, I found out that Waldo was in the Red Sox.
Was it the Red Sox or the Reds?
He
I
was
think it
in
was several teams. I thought it was the Cardinals.
Shout out, bro.
MLB.
He's in the MLB.
MLB. From
Come on.
MLB to UFC, bro. That's
They all
dope.
named like red colored teams.
Yeah.
That's why he throws that overhand like that, like it's a fastball.
Yeah.
That's exactly
That's
why. bro.
100%. It's funny because it reminds me. I don't know if you watch baseball, but Jose Ramirez from the Cleveland Indians, Cleveland Guardians. I know they changed the name now.
Yeah.
Freaking slid to second base. He got a scrap with the either shortstop or the second baseman.
Yeah.
He threw that exact same punch, knocked him down.
That's wild,
Bro,
Yeah.
like he's like an all-star every year,
Safe.
kind of. Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
I'm not gonna lie to
ducks
you.
Overhand, whoo.
Yeah.
If you think about the amount of force
That'd be more interesting
that
for
is
baseball.
generated,
That'd be dope.
like in a fastball pitch by an MLB professional, like that's got if you translate that into a punch, that's gotta
Yeah.
work. That's gotta work.
100%.
Well, that's kind of how he got. Man, what is it? How do you say this guy's name? The guy who he just fought. Let me look it up. But that's kind of how he knocked him out, though. That was like a
He was like he backed up
It was-
a little bit and then
yeah. It wasn't
Caught
like
him,
a.
caught him.
It
Yeah,
felt like it
got him.
wasn't like a straight right. It was kind of that like overhand fastball kind of
Yeah.
weird little punch, and he got him out of there, bro.
That's the Dominican special right there.
Shamil Gaziev, that's who he fought. Yeah, he got him out of there fast, bro.
Like, that's just
Honestly, I think it would have been impressive for him to have fought 6 times in 1 year. But I like this matchup with him and Derek Lewis. We're not gonna sit here and act like we're not all a little nervous, just a little bit.
A little bit.
It's Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis is
We've
Sometimes
seen Derek Lewis do what Derek Lewis does.
experience is like,
It's necessary.
yeah, he knows a lot more, I would imagine.
I'd hope so.
But Waldo got that young energy. He got momentum, and I feel like he could catch him with one of them.
I'm still going for Waldo.
He's
bro.
had his chin. He's
Team
had his chin
Dominicano.
tested though. He hasn't. He's been a little wobbly, but I haven't seen him get like dropped.
Yeah,
but I will
Dominicans
say
don't
this.
get knocked out. We're like,
Tell you right now that
I've
Derek.
seen people get knocked.
Yeah, I've seen a few Dominicans get knocked out. I don't know, man. Derek Lewis, there's something else in those hands, bro. That's a different
Yeah.
level of like dynamite. Like you don't know what's going on over there. Like yeah, that one's scary,
Yeah,
bro.
He got to get ready for that one.
Yeah, I think so for sure. But yeah, I think everybody at this table so far, we all Pantoja, everybody Pantoja.
Yeah,
Pantoja.
yep.
dominantly.
Pants.
Shout out Pants, bro. All right, moving now next. So we just spoke about him, and it looks like he's going on his way up for that #1 contender spot again. Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Oh, that's
I
right.
love Tatsuro Taira. Listen, Brandon Moreno and him. This is like. You know when it's like the what do they say for Stephen Wonderboy Thompson? Instead of the BMF, it was the NMF, the nicest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what I feel like with these guys. Like I feel like this is like good competition. This isn't no bad blood. This isn't no beef. There's no smack talk.
Yeah.
Let's go in there. Let's shake hands. Who's better?
they just bow.
Let's move forward. They just bow, bro. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be all due respect is what's gonna happen in this one. I think that this is gonna be a good back and forth, but I think it's gonna be a moment where we see that skill and experience beats youth. I think that Brandon Moreno still has enough in the tank that he can still
I feel
beat
like he has the
Tatsuro
edge.
Taira, even though I've seen Tatsuro Taira
He's nice.
pretty effectively beat a lot of like very impressive fighters.
Yeah.
So I feel like where he is coming into this fight with a lot of skill, I think that experience that Brandon Moreno has over the years of not only being in a lot of wars, but also like some pretty competitive title fights, he's just going to take the cake on this one.
Yeah, I think so.
I agree.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I feel like I don't want to be like 100% correct on all these, but I want some upsets. Like there's moments where I make my pick, but then like that fan in me would love the upset. Like for me in this situation, like as much as I would love to see Brandon Moreno, because when he got the title, that whole emotional thing of like finding out that he was cut from the UFC, came back, worked his way back, got the belt, and he just keeps meeting this beast of Pantoja who keeps beating him. Like you want the Izzy story. You want him to be able to go up, get that belt back, and have that moment.
Yeah.
But if Tatsuro Taira decides to win in this one, not decides, but if he manages to win in this one, that'd also be a pretty dope story that he's now moving up. He beat that benchmark of a legend in his weight class, a former champion, and it might move him up the chains. Like we were talking about, there's not a lot of people in this weight division that Pantoja hasn't already fought. So Tatsuro Taira would be a fresher matchup. You know, get him in there and see how we do. I don't know necessarily if he's ready for that, is at the level where he's ready for that kind of stuff. But I don't know. There's only one way to figure it out, and it's getting him in there, I guess. And when it comes to these kind of these kinds of fights, it makes you a little nervous. Where you're like, are they biting off a little bit more than they can chew, or do we think that they're at a level where they can handle being under those bright lights of being in a title fight? Like Joshua Van, I think that's going to be something I don't know if he's necessarily ready for all that or if he's affected by it. But bro, like being that young, because I think the dude is like 24, 25. Like 9 fights into the UFC and you get a title fight against a legend like Pantoja. Shout out Pants. Like I don't know how you deal with that.
Yeah, so he had a performance like that really made me feel like it was like God given, like you're meant to be champion one day. Yeah. Kind of thing. Like how kind of like a John Jones.
But you don't think that
someone just randomly just like, yo, this guy is fucking amazing.
I mean, it could be that way because John Jones was pretty young when he got his. So
I do think it's gonna take some time. I don't think he's gonna win that fight, but I do think he ends up getting it eventually.
Because even looking at it right now, Pantoja's 35, Joshua Van's 24.
Crazy.
Pantoja has 35 fights in his professional career. Joshua Van has 17. Like that's where I'm like, man, I don't know. Like this might be too much too soon. That's where I'm standing on that one. I just feel like
you get some good training, man.
Doing the same thing, experience over youth.
That's why, that's exactly why I'm going with him. I like where I understand that like youth comes energy and there's like power and all that kind of stuff. I do feel like there is a part of me that believes that like you cannot have a situation where you're fighting somebody that is just levels above you in terms of experience and what they've seen, and you kind of don't pick them. You know, like it's hard to because like. Even if, like, for example, Pantoja gets clipped and he gets wobbly, I think he has the wherewithal to be able to get himself out of that position or at least stall enough time to, like, all right, where am I? What's going on? All right, let's keep it going. Like, that's the difference maker in a lot of these fights where I'm like, I can see where they have, like, that mentality to be like, all right, I'm in a sticky situation. I know how to get out of it. I just have to. You can't.
My bad.
Can't. In a flow state.
That was like me zoned out. Like pause.
But you're in a situation where you're like, all right, I'm compromised and I need to get out of here. But at least I know what I have to do. I just have to make sure I follow those steps correctly. There are some guys that they get put in a situation like that where you can see the panic in their face. That's why I said earlier that you'll see the will broken by round 3 with Petr Yan, because it's I don't know, man. Like he has experience, but it's one of those things of like, here I go again. With him, it's gonna be PTSD, not necessarily like a new experience. But I don't know. I think some people can handle it, some people can't. That's what makes you a champion. Other people, they break under the pressure.
That's a fact.
So let's see. Yeah, that was a whole long-winded thing to go with that one. Brandon Moreno, Tatsuro Taira. I got Brandon Moreno.
I got Moreno.
Got Moreno.
I'm so happy. Thank you.
I feel like we've been on the same page for the
so
most
far.
part.
And
on the next one, though, I'm going to go with youth over experience.
You are? All right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you're going to go with – so we got Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbot. And you're telling me right now you're going with Frank Ocean's
friend.
Peyton Talbot.
Yeah. That's the dude that has like the
he's got the circle
right
tattoo
there.
here.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get Cejudo.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
He's been pretty solid.
He's been pretty solid. I think so.
Cejudo, you got that podcast right with Kamaru Usman.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Who, Cejudo?
Yeah, is he
37.
Is he like?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Peyton on that
38. Henry Cejudo is a whopping 38 years old. Peyton Talbot is 27. Damn. 5'3" versus 5'8". That might have a factor into it. Henry Cejudo's wrestling is what scares me when it comes to this match. I don't know if Peyton Talbot's ready for all that.
His jiu-jitsu's pretty good.
Yeah.
Talbot's.
That's where I'm intrigued to see if he can get out of it, because here's going to be the difference maker. If Henry Cejudo is able, because remember, this is only 3 rounds. He only really has to hold him for, if he can, that's 5 minutes, 15 minutes. He holds him there for all 15. He got it. I think that's his route.
Yeah.
Is not, I don't
That's
see
what
it.
he should do. Yeah.
I don't see a finish in this one. I think this is going to be, let me get an easy W and walk out of here with at least a W, because I think he's lost his last 3 fights. So I feel like this is going to be him just like, snuff this little flame out real quick of this up-and-coming contender, and let me just walk out of here on the sunset.
Cejudo's definitely, he's been losing a little bit. I think maybe his mind loses him the fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's overthinking or like the lack of confidence. I don't know. Like what? But he's been losing. That's definitely gonna take a little mental block to get over.
Former champ, he just done some amazing things, but I think his time in the UFC is at an end. I don't think he has necessarily the clout or like the name value at this point to get a random title shot like a Kamaru Usman. So I think for him, win or lose, I think this is the last ride for him, unless there's some random like other legend that's lying around. But I don't really think there is. Like I feel like for him, it's this, and he's done. Like I don't know. This might be another retirement fight that we see.
He needs to win this one, but I think Payne's going to get it. Who y'all going with?
I'm going with Henry, bro. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. I like Peyton Talbot, and I've seen him do some pretty impressive stuff, and I think he has like a future in this business, and I think he has a long career ahead of him, and he has some learning to do in some aspects, but I just feel like, I feel like I got to go with the experience over the youth in this one, just because it's specifically wrestling. Yeah. Because, bro, I'm telling you, like, since little kids, like, those wrestlers, man, like, they have that ingrained in their brain. Like, they can't, I don't know. Who knows? We might see Peyton Talbot pull something out of nowhere and just, like, I don't know. He's very athletic, and he's very, like, dynamic. So there's a lot of, like, man, he's very agile. Like, he cuts an angle, clips him, or something like that. But I don't know if he's necessarily ready for that, like, level of wrestling. I don't know. The only time I've seen Henry Cejudo, like, in at least recent years, get, like, handled is by an even better wrestler in Merab. Other than that, he does a pretty good job of making sure you don't clown him. So I feel like, I don't know. That's tricky.
I don't know.
Because Payne Talbot's done some pretty cool stuff, but I feel like I got to go with Cejudo on this one. My gut is telling me to lean towards Cejudo.
After what you just said, I kind of want to too, but prior to what you said, I had Talbot.
Okay, so where do you?
My gut is going with Talbot.
Going with Talbot. All right. So this is the crossroads.
This is
the crossroads. All right. So I got Cejudo. The two you got Talbot. Let's see. Yeah. But here's the question though: do we think that he's going to retire, win or lose, or do you think if he wins, he'll keep it going just to kind of see where he gets?
4 straight losses. Man, I think he actually stays. He seems like
because I don't think the UFC.
Stay there.
I don't know if the UFC will cut him, or they might strongly suggest that he retires.
Yeah, they might suggest it.
They might strongly suggest that he retires.
Like, are you sure you want to keep fighting?
Prelim him.
Yeah.
Gatekeeper upon gatekeeper.
Yeah. But no, I don't think he'll retire.
His last win was in 2020.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Man, that's 6 years.
Yeah.
6 years, bro.
That's so.
It's gonna be 2026. So
2020.
It's hard.
Space was then 2023. He lost to Aljamain Sterling, and then he lost
Where's
to
Sterling.
Yep.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened?
Yep.
You know how your boy Armin Sarukian is getting that treatment? Aljamain Sterling been on
Yeah,
that.
he's
been on that list.
What did he do?
That's why he over there. You know
He's
what?
been getting skipped.
I don't know what he did. I'm gonna be really honest with you.
It's just that L with O'Malley, and then
Even before that, bro.
because
Even
before that he was doing pretty good.
But he wasn't like.
Wasn't he a champion at one point?
Yeah, but they didn't care.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
They
He
didn't
wasn't, like,
he was somebody that
superstar.
I think that they were like, man, the moment we can get somebody to get you up
Yeah.
out of here, like we're gonna get you up out of here.
That's
He was
crazy.
like, it's crazy because I feel like Aljamain Sterling to me has like a pretty cool like vibe to him. It was the fight against Petr Yan. He gets illegally hit with the knee while he's down, which was like a blatant foul. Like it was like not an accidental. It was like Yan lined him up for the knee and everything. Like it was bad. After that, I think everybody turned on him for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't get it.
Everybody from fans to
He's
the
been
company.
winning, right?
He's been doing all right. He's doing all right. He moved up in weight.
After that, he ended up winning a couple fights. After like being blackballed,
Yeah, but nobody cared.
losing to O'Malley, and then he kind of like kept around a little bit, and they still kind of like. Man.
Well, that was his whole rebirth was moving up in weight. I think he lost his debut fight moving up in weight. Let me see. Let me double check this. Yeah, so he fought O'Malley. He lost to O'Malley. He fought Calvin Kattar and he won. Unfortunately, he had to get a W against a Massachusetts born and raised. He lost to Movsar Evloev. Movsar, he's one of these guys that is on a dominating tear, but nobody cares about him either.
Nobody cares. He's undefeated.
And then he recently beat Brian Ortega. This was in August.
Yeah, he beats Brian Ortega. He beats Henry Cejudo.
And it still doesn't make the news.
Yeah, and they just don't give him any.
He just, it's one of those things. Man.
When you said like his name, I was like, wait a second, whatever happened to this guy? He just buried him in the dirt. Like, hey.
So he's it's funny because you're not wrong. He is in like a decent spot. So he's ranked number 5 right now. Above him is Lerone Murphy, who we were just talking about, pretty much deserves a title shot. Yair Rodriguez, who I think does not deserve a title shot.
Yeah.
Diego Lopez, who I do not think deserves a title shot right now, and Movsar Evloev, who did beat him. So I would argue Aljamain's next.
It's like, yo, you just gave Diego Lopez two chances before anybody else can even get any type of. Does Aljamain still only have anything lined up?
So this is.
I'm like concerned. Like
He's just on the bench waiting.
Like, yo, what's good with this?
This is what I can
Rank
see.
5 and not getting any play.
This is what I can see could happen. Either he's gonna fight some other random, or he's fighting Yusuf Zalal, and then winner of that is next for the title, unless they give it to Movsar Evloev. But I think Movsar is either gonna have to fight one more person, or they're really just gonna skip him again. I don't know, man.
I think Evloev.
He sells no seats.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
That's the thing, bro. You got to be good at both.
You got to be good at both, bro. It's tricky, man. It's one of those things of also like Movsar Evloev is also a guy that like I'm gonna be honest with you, decision. Like, and it not like war. It's like, all right, these are all right fights, but it's
points.
points. And some you get some a little
Yeah.
exciting here and there, but not too crazy. Nothing that makes his name like stick in minds of people besides his rank. Like if you pop up the top
Completely
5, he's gonna
forgot
be
about
there,
him.
but you don't really.
Exactly.
That's the thing is that you don't really.
Forgot he existed.
Exactly. So I feel like with that one, I don't know if he necessarily is going to be 100% next, or if the UFC is just going to make him fight one more big name and then he'll go. But because he already beat Aljamain Sterling, I think he does have a claim over him. It's the weird thing, like I said, with 170, where you have like Ian Gary, who just had like a pretty good win. I wouldn't say like an amazing win, but a pretty good win. But then you have Shavkat ahead of him, who beat him.
Yeah.
But Ian Gary has fought way more recently than Shavkat. Shavkat's been out for like a year now.
Yep.
So like, who do you give it to? The guy who beat the guy, or the guy who fought more recently, who got a pretty good win over a former champ? Ranking, WWE.
That's a tough one.
It's kind of where we've been at this entire episode. Is like, what are we going with? Rankings? Or are we going with WWE here? Like,
Who decides these fights?
It's just
Matchmakers.
It's money, bro. Money at the end of the day.
I think that ranking does go into effect, but there's also like timing and things that go into this too. They got to look at people's schedules and see what people are feeling. And if they're nowhere near like where they got to be, then they can't necessarily have them on there. And then the final fight of that main card is going to be Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov. When was the last time you guys saw a Jan Blachowicz fight? Been a minute, right? Yeah. Been a hot minute. I don't know where he's at in terms of his career. I don't know if we're going to necessarily see Jan Blachowicz fight for a light heavyweight title, but I'll tell you right now, I'll tune in every single time Jan Blachowicz fights. I'm still picking. Polish power, baby. Polish power every single time.
Polish people got power.
Bro, he is a dominating force at light heavyweight, but just somehow manages to find somebody that's like always a little bit more of a favorite.
Yeah, there's some tough people to beat in that division.
There is. And the guy he's fighting, Bogdan Guskov, he's on a pretty good tear right now. That dude's also like kind of a killer. So this is one of those fights where you're like, all right, Bogdan, let's see where you're at. Let's see if you can go up against a legend. And if you can clear him, we'll move you up. But if you can't clear him, we know where you're at. Yeah. And I'm intrigued to see how this goes. I feel like Jan Blachowicz has a good record of like stopping people in their tracks and not letting them kind of like progress. But not in the sense of like a gatekeeper, in the sense of like he's for a while was still fighting for that number one spot to like go either be the champion or go for a title. Yeah. And then now he's kind of been knocked down a peg where I feel like he's in that kind of weird gatekeeper spot. If it's weird because he's older, but it's harder in those like heavier weight classes. You can still kind of finesse. He has a chance to move up. He's at like this weird little spot where it's like, all right, do one or two things correctly, and we can get you back in that title picture.
People fell a little bit. Jamal Hill fell a little bit.
Everybody got it. Yeah, they took a little step back, and they got to work their way back up a little bit.
Now he has a chance to really.
Jan's also sitting at 5. Above him would be Khalil Roundtree, Carlos Olberg, Yuri Prohaska, and Magomed Ankalaev. Real quick, and I put his card right here up at the front. Shout out Yuri Prohaska from Uneducated MMA to you. Congratulations on your baby boy. He's gonna be a father. Congrats. Shout out Yuri, bro.
To Yuri.
That baby's gonna be born a samurai.
Yeah,
He's gonna be born a samurai. I don't know if you guys. This is gonna be deep cut. Do you guys remember that one episode of Samurai Jack where he took care of that baby and that baby got like the samurai aura and the mother was like, "What did you do to my kid?" And he's like, "I'm sorry, the baby's a samurai now."
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
I'll show you the clip after the pod. You guys look this up. I think that's what's exactly going to happen to that child. But yeah, Bogdan Guskov, I don't even see this man in the top 10. He's over here sitting at 11. This is how you know light heavyweight is just all over the place. Yeah. They're like number 11 versus number 5, book it. If he wins, give Bogdan a title shot. We don't care.
Yeah.
At this point, they're like, it's fine. Ankalaev is gone. I think that he's done. I don't know if he's going to get another title shot.
You think so?
Yuri, I think, can always find his way back in the mix, but I think he's another one that I think – it's exciting to watch him and Alex fight. He is, literally. Yeah. It's exciting to watch him and Alex fight, but I don't think people care all that much to see it happen again. I don't necessarily
I wouldn't want
know.
To watch the same fight.
Kind of the same thing.
I want to watch Yuri fight, but not.
Khalil Rountree's kind of in the same bag. Maybe Carlos Olberg will be an exciting matchup, but I think for the most part, light heavyweight is kind of like, yo, if you get 1 or 2 wins, buddy, you get a title shot. It's in the same thing with heavyweight. That's why I'm surprised Waldo didn't get a title shot, because I'm like, yo, ain't nobody a heavyweight. He at least got a couple in a row. You know, he met what was his name? Was it Sergey? No, not Spivak.
Not Sergey. It was.
It was Sergey Pavlovich. That one, right?
Yeah.
The Russian dude.
He fought both. I think.
He fought both, but Sergey Pavlovich beat him. Sergey Spivak didn't.
Yeah.
Sergey Pavlovich beat him by like a decision, like a split decision win, and that kind of threw him off the vibe of him getting to a title shot. 'Cause remember, that was him. He's gonna get the number 3 spot, and then he would have been off to the races.
Yeah.
But even now, I think you know what's crazy is that like right before that fight, every MMA outlet that I listen to, every podcast, every YouTube channel, every MMA like Instagram page that I follow, everyone was on the same wavelength of like, yo, who is this bum Waldo, bro? Get him out of here.
For real?
Get him out of here.
All you had to do was bet the house. I'm not going to lie to you.
Waldo, for a bit, wasn't an exciting heavyweight.
Bro,
we would watch his fights. We'd be like, bro, what's going on? Like, this isn't the Platano power we're hoping
I would root for him, but I knew he had to sharpen that sword more.
He did. And then
he was still playing baseball.
Yeah, fact.
I think it was, so what he fought, this is 5 times in 1 year. So then that would have been maybe his third fight of the year. So then the 4th one, he gets eye poked, and then he wins right after the eye poke. Everything turns around for Waldo.
I thought he lost.
The world is now on Waldo's back and shouting DR from the rooftops. And then that 5th fight, he gets that quick round 1 KO, and now everyone is fully supporting Waldo to get a title shot. You see how quick it happens, though.
Yeah, from an eye poke to all eyes on you.
Dog, it's a bar right there. Also going on the shirt. Waldo's getting tagged in the proceeds.
Let's see if Aspinall could do that.
No, right? Yeah, bro. Yeah, the amount of clowning Waldo was doing with Aspinall with it. Yeah, he starts rocking the eye patch. Bro, shout out to him. He gave his team gave Bisping an eye patch to take a photo with, and they got the correct eye. They didn't get the glass one, so that's
hilarious.
Smart on their part. They almost messed that up. That poor boy would have been blind in there.
Oh.
He's like, I can't see nothing, but where's the photo? He's smiling the other way for the camera, like he don't even know what's going on. But yeah, all right, so now that we wrap that up, I think overall UFC 323 is going to be a pretty good night of fights. There's a couple ones that I kind of want to just highlight real quick that are kind of buried a little further that just want to give a little bit of shine of. Yeah. Obviously, never sleep on the prelims, as we always say. Yeah, but prelim real quick, Macy Barber versus Karine Silva. That one's going to be a possible contender fight for me. I think Macy Barber is somebody that is like very sneakily, if you're watching consistently, you know that she's there, but very sneakily going to get a title shot. And she has been dog walking these shorties. I hate to say it because she's one of my favorites, but she unfortunately beat Amanda Hebos. She beat the brakes off that girl. If you want to see like
that shorty with the eye. Oh, my bad.
I mean, maybe most of them have two. I don't know which one you're talking about. But if you watch her fights, she's a violent woman. Macy Barber is a violent, great boxing. She is scrapping with these shorties. How Melvin is like, I never want to see these angels fight. That is somebody he does not want to watch. Like, she is dog walking these shorties. So for her, watch that fight. Karine Silva is also a very impressive fighter. I'm talking kickboxing wise, she is somebody that I think has a lot of energy, and I feel like brings a lot of like excitement to a fight. It is consistently volume. She is out there to just land as many strikes as physically possible, and if she knocks you out on the process, bet. But I've seen her now. I think I've seen her in only one 5-round fight, but most of them have been 3 rounds. And I think for the most part, cardio doesn't let up, so I'm intrigued to see how she does if she gets into some bigger fights after this one. I think maybe this one and one more, and either one of them get a title shot. And then one more that I just want to give a little bit of shine to. Guys, what happened? On the early prelims, Marvin Vettori?
I know.
Marvin Vettori on the early prelims?
The disrespect.
Marvin Vettori got sent back into the early prelims.
Bro, his last fight was a war.
Yeah. Bro, he was going through it. It was him versus Brendan Allen. Marvin Vettori, his brother had just recently passed away. Rest in peace. I feel like he's got a lot going on, and I feel like this is just one where I don't know, man. If he loses this, I think he's out of here. Like, and it sucks because he's gone through like a path and he's fought like a lot of big names. But man, I don't know when the last time Marvin Vettori got a W was, man. Like, it's hard for me to say like move him up so he gets a little bit more of a shine. But at this point, he kind of belongs in the early prelims. Like, no, like
you got to prove yourself.
If not at least the prelims.
At least the prelims, man. Because that's where
early prelims. That's
crazy. That's what I was surprised by. That it wasn't the prelims; it was the early prelims. Because then
maybe it's because it's this card.
Now, because it's not like the prelims are that crazy stacked. That's the thing. Is like for me, I would understand if it was like, okay, no, this is like they got the killers on this one.
Let's throw a little excitement in the beginning. So
ready? Like, I'm gonna just list off these names, and you'd let me know that if you can throw. I think you could throw Marvin Vettori in one of these mixes, and it fits very well. You got. Yeah, immediately I'm going to have to take a shot for this one. Nazim Sadikov, actually I think I said that right, versus Fares Ziam. I think you could throw Marvin Vettori in either one of those. Macy Barber versus Karine Silva. Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. That one's going to be a banger, by the way. Tune in for that one. That was going to last all of 1 minute and 45 seconds. Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. I think you could throw Marvin Vettori in the prelims, and it makes sense with the rest of the names I just listed. I don't think it's that out of the ordinary. But the fact that they got Mans shutting it down in the early prelims, that's pretty nuts to me. Like,
that is crazy.
He's going against Bruno Ferreira. Honestly, I don't know if you guys have seen Bruno's fights. I think Marvin's going to bed. I think Marvin Vettori's chin has been tested enough, and if he's going up against somebody that hits like a brick shithouse, I don't know, man. Edson Barbosa is also on the early prelims. Yo, hold on. Actually, the early prelims got some names on here. Edson Barbosa and Jalen Turner are fighting each other on the early prelims.
It's like was it UFC 300? Where they had like a couple good fights in the beginning just to get shit like.
Yeah. I mean, that might be it. They might have just thrown him on there because they're like, we need something to just kind of get this going at 6 p.m.
Gonna be lit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, damn, I feel like
tuning in early.
Name value though, it does kind of show like where he's at. But then I just looked it up, and I think he's ranked number 14 in the middleweight division. So he's
at least he's there.
Yeah, but early prelims, man. I mean,
early prelims,
I guess,
don't usually get a ranked fighter.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if you're top 15, meaning like 10 to 15, you get prelim.
Yeah.
Anything else, you can either be prelim or main card. But at least if you're in that top 15, you at least know you're in the prelims.
Yeah.
But early prelims,
Or if it's a UFC or regular fight night,
I feel like if top 10.
you can be in the main card. You can be in the beginning of the main card if it's just a fight night.
well, that's what I'm saying. I would understand if he was like you know how they have like the main event of the prelims. I forget what they call it, but it's kind of like the last fight right before the main card. Like that one's usually like still like a pretty good spot, like a pretty big one for you to be in. I feel like that one or like the co-main event of that one would make sense to put him just because of his name value and the amount of people. Like if you, I mean, he didn't win a lot of them, but if you just show the highlight reel of Marvin Vettori, he's in there with some really big names and. Not getting KO'd or anything like that, which is also very impressive. So, like, that's also where it's like, all right, he's been in there and he's been in some pretty good fights, but, like, early prelims, man, damn.
Right.
It is what it is, man. That's how the game be. All right. Now, a couple of things I just kind of wanted to go over right before we head out of here. We got a huge announcement from Dana White, and we've already touched on a couple of them. I just kind of want to go into them real quick, real brief, and just kind of get your guys' initial thoughts. And then later on, when we go over the card, we'll break it down a little bit more. UFC 324, Paramount Plus's first, what did they call them again? Not pay-per-view, premium live event, PLE. That's what we're gonna have to get used to that. PLEs. I don't know.
Man, from the era of PPVs.
Well, WWE fans apparently they've been used to because they've been on that premium live whatever events for a minute now. It hasn't been a PPV in a minute, so
you don't have to pay for it.
No, it's just included in whatever subscription they did the whole WWE network and then they merged with Netflix, so you just pay for that and you just get it. So that's why it's a PLE instead of a PPV.
What about OPP?
Hey, if you know me.
Man. Hey, man.
If you know me. UFC 324 to kick it off in January. I believe it's going to be January 24th. By the way, 6 weeks with no fights, bro. Come on.
What am I going to do in my life?
Yeah.
Come on, son. The lineup, Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett for the interim, lightweight champion. There we go. And then, honestly, a little disrespectful. I personally feel like they should have made this the main event, but I understand in today's world, if we're going to take the business hat and put it firmly on, it makes way more sense to put Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. But Kayla Harrison defending her belt against the legend, the Lioness, Hall of Famer, Amanda Nunes coming out of retirement. You see how I just sold that and why that should have been the main event over Gaethje versus Pimblett? But that's just me. That's just me. I might be wrong.
She just raised the whole family and came back.
Son, you gotta make sure the baby can walk before you go back to work at least. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make sure that things are handled at home.
You think she's just training in between freaking breastfeeding?
I'd hope so. If she's gonna take a fight against a tank like Kayla Harrison, I hope so. I got Amanda Nunes all the way on that one, by the way. I'm always. She's another one I'm never gonna pick against her. I don't care. Even in that Juliana Pena fever dream that happened, I don't care. Then we got Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. Arnold Allen versus who do you put? It's Arnold Allen versus. I'm already blanking on this one. I wrote it down too.
Arnold.
Oh, he's versus Silva. What's his name? Damn. Why am I blanking on it?
Oh, Gene Silva.
Yeah, Gene Silva. He's versus Gene Silva. There we go.
Yeah.
For some reason, I only put Silva, and I'm like, what's Silva? There's like 40 of them.
Silvas.
There's so many. There's so many. So I was like, which Silva did I put on here? But yeah, we got Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. That's another scrap.
Yeah.
That's another full violence. Shout out full violence. It's another full-blown amazing sit-down, 15 minutes of war. Alexa Grasso versus Rose Namajunas, and your boy, Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo.
That's in the same card?
All in the same card. UFC 324, stacked.
Umar's
absolutely stacked, bro.
They started right.
Honestly, if I was chilling in Dagestan with the Khabib camp, I feel like me and Umar would be homies. I wouldn't be too close with Islam. I'd be closer with Umar.
So I think that this is 7 fights right there. So I think Umar and Davison are going to be in the prelims, and I think Alexa and Rose are also going to be in the prelims.
That's a good one too.
Which is crazy because I feel like
Alexa.
I feel like you would move Arnold Allen and Gene Silva and replace them with Umar and Davison. Like that would be your top 5 fights: Justin versus Patty, Kayla versus Amanda, Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong, Waldo versus Derek Lewis, and then I feel like that 5th one to open it is Umar versus Davison. And even then, I think you might even want to flip Waldo and Derek to be the opener, and then you have Umar versus Davison. There's a lot of things you can do with this card. This is a big card. It's a pretty nice one. And then we spoke about it already earlier. They haven't fleshed out the rest of the card so far. They only got the headliner right away. Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopez 2. This is going to be another one that we're intrigued to see it. We're going to watch it. We're going to sit down. We're going to break it down. But I don't know if a whole lot of people are super excited to watch it.
Not really.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one where
I already forgot it.
Yeah.
That's how quick.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I'm not gonna lie. They announced that whole lineup for 324, and I felt like that one was like, and we also got this one over here, and everyone was like, whoa. What do you mean again? Like, it was like, no.
Wait a second.
Pay attention to the rest of the card.
Yeah.
This other card.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Don't worry. There's gonna be a lot of good fights.
It's been the theme of this entire episode, but there's been a lot of weird matchmaking going on that I don't think everybody fully is accepting and fully cool with. But we're gonna watch them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
And at this point, let's go into 2026. We just got to pay that Paramount. Plus subscription.
I got it.
I'm going to watch it how I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
You going to watch it how you going to watch it.
But we going to watch it.
We're going to watch it together. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
But I'm excited for it. I think that's a great way to start off the year. I hate this time of the year. You know, you want to talk about seasonal depression? Talk about 6 weeks, no UFC fights. Like
no UFC fights. It's cold. It's dark at all times.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Like, why are you guys so depressed on Christmas? Get out my face! Get out my face!
Fuck your gifts.
Damn it, Grandma!
You know what? I'm gonna keep on a lookout for us to keep our sanity. I'm gonna take a look and see if Karate Combat is doing something. Maybe a little bare knuckle or something.
What? I'm trying to be a Karate Combat fan. I need a little push to the right direction.
I got you.
I need to like.
I'm gonna send you the reminders, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna make
please.
you the guy to fill us in on what's going on with Karate Combat.
That'd be
So
so
we're gonna have Ariel's Karate Combat corner.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be you. We're gonna give you 5-10 minutes to
All
break
right,
down.
So this thing is just fucking kick the shit out of this thing.
It'll be great, bro. We'll get that feedback. Everybody will start pitching in and stuff.
Like day of the
I think it's
week
on
they
Amazon.
show.
Is it on Amazon Prime?
Bro, that'd be awesome.
I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon Prime. I feel like the
Honestly-
last time I watched Karate Combat, that's where I saw it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I don't even know what Karate Combat is.
Bro,
Bro, it's the one that has like the slanted walls,
All right.
and then literally like karate, like
Oh, when they jump,
Kickbox.
they just slide down?
Yeah.
I think I've seen something
You
like
can, bro. People, there are some crazy knockouts on there. So
Yeah.
okay, you can watch it apparently on YouTube. They stream live events for free. Past events are also available on its YouTube channel and other platforms like CBS Sports and Eurosports.
that. I like free.
So
I
yeah,
love free.
YouTube seems to be the
they didn't even
vibe.
see YouTube TV. They said YouTube.
Yeah.
Yo, even better,
They were
bro.
like, no. Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a smart move if you have like sponsors and stuff like that that
Yeah.
already kind of cover the cost for some stuff. Throw it on YouTube, get as many eyeballs as you can, and then later on you negotiate something to put on like a network or something. But like,
Yeah, because how many people are really paying extra like to go watch?
exactly. That's why if it's something on like an Amazon Prime, where like, bro, you have an Amazon subscription, you just get Amazon Prime Video. You have to pay extra.
And it's
like,
lit because they're not doing like as much as we like grappling and all the wrestling and the Dagestanis. This is just straight up scrapping.
Yeah.
Like, we really
Yeah.
seeing like some good old.
And
I
it
was
is.
just thinking they were hitting boards or
No,
something.
That'd be bad funny.
I'm gonna, you know what? After this, I'm gonna send you some highlights. You're
Yeah.
gonna
Cinder
see
block.
some shit. Bro.
Yeah,
Like,
send it.
I'm
Send it.
talking like
Roundhouse kicks
Yeah,
and-
like
Yeah.
Street Fighter, like what you
Chuck
want it
Norris
to be,
type
like
shit?
yeah,
Man,
like
Bruce
yeah.
Lee.
Because then it's in the
Bruce
like
Lee was in
the
this.
it's a square that they fight in, and
Yeah.
the walls are like slants, so they can like run up the slants and
jump off the
sidekick,
wall,
like,
kick you in
whatever.
the
face.
I've seen flips. I've seen some crazy stuff come out of Karate Combat. So I'm checking. We're gonna check into Karate Combat. We're gonna check into Bare Knuckle FC.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see what is happening in
yeah.
this. Because here's my thing. No, not all of you can take these 6 weeks off. I understand that we got Christmas and whatnot, but I need you guys to get your head in the game. You got fans.
Yeah.
We're gonna lose our minds. Isn't there like basketball
I
on Christmas?
need
Like
it. Basketball, like, yeah.
yeah, like you can't leave me out here jonesing and whatnot. Come on. So we'll check in and we'll see what's going on.
It's like I haven't seen a knockout in weeks.
Yeah,
I know, right? I know.
At least the like contender series is something.
Something, man. Something to hold us over. And then last thing before we go, some housekeeping notes. As always, please like, share, subscribe, comment, and all that.
Do that.
But I want to let you guys know real quick, we're going to have about probably 1 to 2 episodes left to finish off this year, depending on what vibes happen. Definitely, for sure, we're going to have, obviously, our award episode where we go over knockout of the year, submission of the year, best fight of the year, fighter of the year. So we're going to come back and definitely have that one. But we might throw in a bonus episode just to have you guys a nice old Christmas episode or something. Who knows? We'll see what we decide to do. Yeah. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I have been Wanderbread. This is the BMF champion of the world, REG. This just in, Justin. This is Uneducated MMA, and we are out. Peace.
Drop some bombs. Bop, bop, bop.